If you're watching this, you either genuinely want to know how to build muscle with calisthenics, or you're a calisthenic enthusiast like myself who wants to master everything about calisthenics. If your only goal is to build muscle, you can achieve this by doing the basics and dieting the right way, which is how I build my base physique. Of course, at some point you would have to add in harder exercises, or as I like to call them, heavier exercises, because it's the exact same concept as in bodybuilding. You add more resistance to induce more muscle growth. My goal in calisthenics has always been to master all the skills and everything that the discipline has to offer. Now the beauty about this is that you build a lean, strong, and shredded physique without even realizing it. So if you're genuinely interested in mastering calisthenics, I recommend that you focus on strength first, which will also build you a decent amount of muscle in the process. And once you've been going for a while and get to the level where you can do a few skills, handstands and L-sits always come first, and then front levers and all the other levers. If you've only been doing calisthenics for a few months, don't even think about the planche. You want to then start focusing more on your diet, eating enough protein to recover and enough carbs to fuel your workouts. Bulking on calisthenics doesn't require you to eat 1,000 or more calories over your maintenance, which is a stage I highly recommend you skip because it feels like you're losing your strength and you want to cut weight way too soon and probably cut way too much weight and lose even more strength. You see where this is going. And on top of that, you will probably lose motivation. You really only need to eat about 300 to 500 calories over your maintenance. If you did the first step, you should already know what your maintenance is, and this next step will come easy for you. Those 300 to 500 calories can be in the form of extra protein or carbs before training. And this all depends on your performance in your workout, and I recommend trying both. I recommend trying both because sometimes you feel like you're not strong enough when you just have a terrible diet. The one most important thing I can tell you right now is that hard work and consistency breeds results. And just a few motivating words. If you work long enough and hard enough, you are bound to succeed, no matter where you're at right now or what you are doing. There is no way for you to not succeed after 2 years, 3 years, even 1 year. Sometimes it comes quicker for some people, sometimes it comes slower. Just like myself and my fitness journey and this YouTube channel. A couple of weeks ago, I had just under 1,000 subscribers. And now there are about 3,000 to 4,000 of you guys. Which still makes this a small channel, but that's unbelievable to me. And the thing is, it took me years to even get the courage to start posting again. And if that doesn't motivate you to just keep going, then I don't think there's anything that I can say that will help you. And this goes to say you will have a lot of criticizers and people who doubt you along the way. And even now, I get them in the form of comments. And guys, if you're not using that as fuel to push yourself even further, then you're missing the point. Don't listen to the people who always say can't, because that messes with your mentality. If I listened to even half of them, I would have stopped years ago. One comment I get a lot is, how do you grow your shoulders or side delts? I started with the basics doing normal push-ups, and then I moved on to archer push-ups, and then pike push-ups, which is what led me into learning the handstand. And the handstand has been a game changer for growing my shoulders. And if you're struggling with building your shoulders, I recommend that you work your way up slowly, from doing pike push-ups, and then get into doing wall handstands, and then wall handstand push-ups. And eventually, your strength will start to increase, and you start to do more and more volume. So will the strength and the size of your muscle. And this is me when I was learning the handstand push-up. And as you can see, my form was terrible, and I could only hold the handstand for 5 to 10 seconds before I started trying this. And you just have to stay persistent. I was doing this wherever I could, any chance that I could get. 2 to 3 times a week is what I would suggest. And you can see my body slowly changing as I got better and better. This is what I mean by focus on strength first. Don't worry too much about the muscle aspect because the muscle will come with it. If you hyper-focus on just building muscle, you will slow yourself down. That's also the best way to develop body dysmorphia. It took me about a month to get the handstand, and then about another month to get to this point. Fall in love with the process and the rest will come together. Of course, this doesn't factor in some of the most important things that might be stopping you from growing, which I will cover in the future. Hit the like button and let me know what you want me to cover next.